I'm here with Tony from Chelsea SW6. Last time we came on here, Tuchel was our manager. Now he's not. We had a bit of a heated debate. Got a lot of support as well, Tony, but not quite the result, not the same situation at all. So much has changed.
Yeah, you're right. So much has changed. And I want to say, before I say anything, a lot of thanks to all the comments that were made on that particular occasion. I was pretty blown away by it, to tell you the truth. I put some stuff out on my own platform, but obviously yours is a bigger platform, so it gives me the chance to address that and just say thank you to those particular people. I have to take my Thomas Tuchel hat off right now and forget about the things that I said at that particular time, because there's no point. It's gone. It's happened. I'm not happy about it. I ain't going to pretend that I'm happy about it. I think it's been piss poor, to tell you the truth. I really, really do. Especially with the revelations coming out that we had this, we were talking about this one long before it happened. So probably the one person that's smiling tonight is Thomas Tuchel, but then he probably isn't because he loves Chelsea so much. Look, it's not a great result. In terms of the performance, it was okay. It was pretty okay. Result not so great because we've got Milan now back to back. So from that perspective, it's a disappointment. I thought we were the better side tonight and we deserved the 3 points for sure. But again, it's the same old thing, poor finishing. But you're not going to see really any major changes anyway. For people turning up today thinking it's going to be this incredible change, it's not going to happen. And if you are a player that's been playing under a certain manager in a certain way for such a long period of time, it's not just going to suddenly change. Your head's going to be full of, up in the clouds, so to speak, because it's going to take games, lots of games. Playing as a team, getting to know each other in the way Graham Potter sets the team out. But I don't really have much to say really, because you know how I feel about everything. Do you know what I mean? But
I think you feel the same as a lot of Chelsea fans.
Yeah, that's right, I do. But and I called the people out that have used their own platforms, especially the ones that have made it onto mainstream, in the way that they have. I've called them out and I'm going to do it again because it just gives them more credibility, because obviously the club went and done what I didn't really want them to do, but it is what it is. We have to move on, and the bigger picture is Chelsea FC. No man or woman or whatever is bigger than the club, so that's the way we've got to look at it. But it's not a great result tonight. Several players were a bit under par. I thought most of our decent stuff came from Reece James, to be fair. He's a great player, he really is. It's just feeling of a bit deflated, because of the score and the fact that we allowed them to come back into the game. And then, of course, it was a little bit too little, too late. Just want to say a couple of things, though. I thought Stamford Bridge tonight, with all the changes and all the talk about it being toxic, it wasn't toxic at all. A few little boos at the end, but more often than not, I thought the crowd were really decent today. Really, really was. I really got behind the team, which you have to say, massive applause, for the supporters. And I also thought God Save the Queen thing was absolutely tremendous.
3 times we sung that.
Yeah, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, you have to say. And, that's a really, poignant moment when the Chelsea pensioners come onto the pitch. Just a wonderful moment, So, big up Chelsea FC for that. We move on. We just have to move on now, and, life goes on.
Of course life goes on, Tony, but there's no straying away from what's happened. It's been a very dramatic few days, not just for us as Chelsea fans, for the whole country. And obviously, as you said, we were very loud and proud, but we were also respectful. Yeah. And I think we were very good in that sense with regards to the Queen. May she rest in peace. What are you thinking after this international break? What do you think needs to change? Because even when Potter wasn't here, which is the majority, we weren't playing our best football. So where do you think we can tweak things to improve?
There's always a reason behind every set of circumstances in life. It's not just like they become shit players. I mean, we are talking about a team that reached 2 domestic cup finals, 6 cup finals under Thomas Tuchel, won us the Champions League, Super Cup, World Club. They're not shit players. These are good players, yeah. So class, as they say, is it's permanent, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So it's not temporary, it's permanent. So something was wrong, and I believe I believe, that something was wrong way back. In fact, I think Thomas Tuchel probably knew that himself. I picked up, and I said it many times before, I thought his press conferences, he was never himself. Never himself. Now, if you're never yourself and you're never your positive, all that's going to reflect on those players. It's going to rub off, yeah? I mean, I've been in that situation before, in an employment situation, where someone's come in to replace me and the management's done it behind my back. There I am thinking I'm doing a fantastic job. Somebody else comes in, and I don't know anything about it. And yet I'm supposed to carry on as if, and just be professional. Sorry, life don't work that way. So you think that's what's really important. But for me, I think from an integrity perspective, I think we've lost a lot of brownie points. Top bogey, that is, you know what I mean? Because I've had nothing but admiration and respect to pass his way, especially the way he's backed what I thought was the manager. But was he backing, Graham Potter? Who knows? You know what I mean? I guess all these revelations will come out in the end. I'm just disappointed with it, and of course deflated tonight because the result didn't go our way. But I really wanted to win because the bottom line is I'm a Chelsea supporter and I love Chelsea FC, so that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
As I said, it is about winning, but you've been there through the good and bad times pretty much more than any of us.
Yeah, of course, I've been here much, much worse. But that's the thing that annoys me about some Chelsea supporters because, when things were bad, they were bad. Trust me, yeah. But let's not go on about that. We're not the same animal. We're a different football club. We're an elite football club, and we deserve an elite manager. The only thing I would say is, and I'm not being disrespectful to Graham Potter here, that was his first Champions League night tonight, yeah. And we play Milan next, and I remember in '99 when we played Milan, and obviously Dennis Wivers' goal, and 8,500 of us going mental in San Siro. I remember that night like it was yesterday. It was a long time ago, It
was.
And that was, that was our first taste of Champions League football. It's now 2022.
Different times.
Different times, completely different times, but they were still good times nevertheless. Only Barcelona knocked us out in the quarters, So it wasn't a bad debut season from a Champions League perspective. But no, I mean, look, the only thing I'd say is be careful in life what you wish for. How many of those people that were calling for Thomas Tuchel, would they have replaced them with Graham Potter? How many do you think?
Would you have taken any of the other managers, any of the other options? Pochettino, Zidane, Rodgers was another name on there?
No, not Rodgers, no, and not Pochettino. It would have all been slight. We'd done a complete, sort of 180 with Spurs. Now that they've got Conte,
course, yeah.
But no, Zidane or even a Mourinho. How about that? Yeah, for 2.0 or 3.0 or whatever you call it. He lives around the corner. I would have understood it. Yeah, the football wouldn't have been fantastic, but I would have understood it. Elite football club, elite manager. You want to dine at the top tables, you buy the best players, and you have the best manager. We had one of the best managers, and I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to say I'm bitter, although I know I'm coming across that way. But, as I said, be careful what you wish for in life. But, I'm going to wish Graham Potter all the best, and I'll be supporting him. Do you know what I mean? I'll be supporting him, and I'll be supporting the football club, as I always do, no matter who's in charge. Even Rafa Benitez, I'm sure you were cheering when we were winning the Europa League. Am I right in saying that?
I was, yeah.
Absolutely. So we can all be hypocritical in life. But the bottom line is, for me, I'm disappointed. And disappointed tonight. But we move on. Yeah, we move on. And they're going to get better, obviously. They're going to get better. So.